man. As you can see, I'm already having fun, and I can promise you that it's going to be a lot of fun. So today is the very first day we start with what we're calling my expectations. So, I mean, when we're growing up and we hear about marriage or we think about marriage or even relationships at large, we have a lot of expectations. Some are realistic, some are not. Today would be our very first episode of My Expectations. Now, we have a very wonderful guest with us today. And if you've been seeing us live always, it's because of him. If you see our posts on social media, it's because of him. He actually owns the whole Yearman platform. And so all the posts, all the artwork, all the videos, I mean, is because of Sam. And so we're happy to have you here, Sam.
Thank you.
Awesome. And so, as usual, guys, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, I don't know what you're doing. And if you've not liked our page, if you've not followed us on Facebook, take a moment, go hit that follow button, and let's do this. Our feed and let everyone know that, hey, we're live. And we live with no other person than our own Sammy. So, I mean, for those who have been on the program before, I'm sure that you might have heard Sammy in the background every now and then. And so, yeah, good to have you here finally, Sammy. Sammy, how are you feeling? How does it feel to be there?
I'm actually sweating right now.
Yeah. I can see you really sweating. Yeah. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. And viewers, you can bring in your questions and all. We want to understand what Sammy's expectations are. I mean, when it comes to anything about marriage and about relationships. So, Sammy, the first question is, when you think about the ideal person you want to marry, what comes to mind? What qualities do you look out for from that person?
Okay, that person should be respected.
That person should be respectful.
Yeah.
Generally, or you think the person should be respectful to you?
Generally.
Generally, okay. So one, Sammy feels that the potential spouse should be respectful. Number two,
that person should learn how to say "I love you" often.
That's a good one. But why do you think the person should be able to express her love often, like to say "I love you"? I mean, why do you need that?
Okay, verbal expressions are very important in maintaining emotional closeness. So, I love that person to say that often. Yeah.
Oh, this really interesting. I mean, and that's profound. That verbal expressions are very important to maintain emotional closeness. You said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, so what would be your third expectation or the third quality you're looking out for from that person?
Okay, should speak kindly.
Okay, so you want to have a kind person. Now, out of the three you've mentioned, before I have Chrissy come in to answer questions as well, out of the three you've mentioned, which of them is the most important?
Respect.
Respect?
Yeah.
Okay, so it means that you are fine if the person respects and doesn't speak kindly, doesn't express, verbally express her love constantly. Would you be fine to go ahead?
Mostly, men takes respect as love. So
Okay.
if you love me, if you respect me, I'll know that like
Then
you love me.
she really loves you. Okay. Okay. Wow. I think you're making very good points. You're truly showing that you are handling the back end to this whole Dear Man program, because you're making very profound statements, and I'm pretty impressed. So, viewers, if you are out there and you just joined that, Sammy has been the one handling anything Dear Man. So if you see the videos live, if you see our posts on all social media, he's the one who makes all the posts, not me. I mean, he's the one. And today, he is our first guest on My Expectations, and he has shared his expectations with us of what he thinks his future spouse should be. Prissy, any question for Sammy?
Okay, so Sammy, I've heard all your expectations, and I know that a lot of men thrive on respect. Then when a man finds a very respectful woman, like it works. But I want you to define the respect, because I have seen that sometimes people misunderstand the respect. So, can you explain it? Can you calm down better or expound on the sort of respect you want?
Okay. Treating each other with kindness, like it's very essential. Yeah. So if you are treating me with kind, I know that like you really respect me a lot.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question. Assuming you say something and your wife to be talks back at you, do you think she respects you? Will you deem that as respect?
It depends on the kind of donation that.
Okay, so you think if you say something and she doesn't agree, that is fine, right? She doesn't agree with you. Is that fine? Is that respect?
Yeah.
Okay. So disagreements.
Disagreements. There will be disagreement in relationships. So probably you might disagree with certain things that I would say. Yeah.
Okay, so you agree that disagreement is not necessarily disrespect?
Yes, please.
Okay, awesome. I mean, and what in your estimation will be disrespect? What would the lady do that would mean disrespect to you?
The way, let's say, she will communicate towards me.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Let's say.
So, go ahead.
Let's say she's doing something and maybe I overlook at it, and she does it again, and then probably maybe I'll tell her that, oh, you did this the last time, I didn't like it, so I'm telling you now. So if she doesn't stop, probably like that is disrespect to me.
Okay, so she's doing something you've pointed out and she doesn't stop. She's adamant about whatever path she's going on, and she continues. That's disrespect. Okay, that's good. And so Leah says that Priscilla, that's a very good question. I need more clear vision. The respect can be misinterpreted and misunderstood. Yeah, right. Because sometimes, and especially based on the kind of culture we grow in, or the kind of home we are groomed in, something might not necessarily be disrespect. You get it? Like, you sharing your opinions to someone might not necessarily be disrespect. Okay, now, Sammy, in an ideal world, how many of those qualities would you want your future spouse to have? 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3? let's say in the worst case.
4.
4. Okay, so what would be the fourth one?
The fourth one.
Trusting each other.
Okay, but can you force someone to trust you? How do you? So how do you ensure she trusts you?
Actually, trust. Trust is a bedrock of a strong relationship. So if there is no trust, that means you don't have.
Yeah, I see you have a lot of wise sayings when it comes to relationship. But my question here is that how can you get someone to trust you? Because it's something you don't have control over. How do you how do you see trust? If you want your spouse to trust you, how do you ensure that?
Open and honest communication. Yeah.
Okay. So if the person can really open up to you and express whatever her feelings are to you, you feel that would mean trust. Okay, that's fine. Prissy, I hand over to you.
So, like you said, I believe the trust is earned, right?
Yeah.
And so, do you expect to lie to somebody, or maybe assuming you have cheated on somebody before, and you say you have turned over a new leaf? Do you expect the person to trust you easily after asking for forgiveness?
No.
Okay. So your expectation is that the moment you go astray, it will be difficult to earn the person's trust back, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me find out what your expectation is in this regard. Now, if it is the other way around and your future spouse gets involved in something like that, do you think you can actually bring yourself to a point where you trust the person again?
Yeah. Probably maybe.
Okay.
I'll say baby steps. So if a trust is broken,
Okay.
you have to give me some time to just get it out of my head. Then we move on, or we can be talking about whatever happened. Yeah, probably.
So how is it that you expect yourself to trust the person again, but you don't expect the person to trust you again if you fall into that same issue? Maybe the comment here from Noah. Yeah, this is the receipt. Yeah. My expectation is going to be being positive. Now, maybe this comment from Noah will help. Noah says that trust starts from the one expecting the trust, which I think is a very profound statement. Trust starts from the one expecting the trust. So you rightly aligned that way by saying that you would actually trust again, right? Because at least you expect that person to trust you. But why wouldn't you be kind on yourself to allow that person to also trust you? Because from what you've said, it looks like you would be very kind on the person and trust the person again.
Being kind. Being kind mostly.
Yeah, I know. It can be a hot seat, and that's what it will be. So that we are sure that our future generation really understand what they are expecting. You get what I mean? because we can all have various expectations, but if we can really define them, if we can really make them clear, then it's easier on someone to meet those expectations. You know what I mean? Anyway, that is, we'll come to the trust maybe the next time we have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question for Sammy, please shoot it at him, because we trying to get to a point where things are rightly open, they are communicated, they are as clear as daylight, so that tomorrow when they are entering into marriage, things are pretty clear. Okay, Sammy, have you ever thought of how many kids you want to have?
Probably 3 or 4.
3 or 4? Yeah. What informed that? Why do you want to have 3 or 4 kids?
To be honest, I have no reason. Yeah.
No reason for that. Okay. So, don't you think it will be important to maybe, yes, it might be something you just thought casually about, but it might also be good to figure out why. So today, if your spouse to be comes and says that, no, I don't want children, what would be your reaction? And this is someone who has all the 4 qualities you already mentioned, and you really like the person, what would be your reaction?
That's why.
Okay, and she, just like you don't have a reason, she also doesn't have a reason, and just doesn't want it. And it's a deal breaker for her. If you don't agree to the 0, then she'll go her way. What will be your reaction?
I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I agree. I'll be as well. So what will be the reaction after you express your shock or your surprise?
I was still talking about it. Maybe me saying that I want 3 kids or 4 kids. Maybe it's okay. So we can talk about it. Maybe.
No. She's not interested in the numbers. She's just saying 0 or nothing. It's either you accept the 0 or she walks away. Are you going to change your mind? Are you going to?
Wow.
Yeah, pretty while she's thinking about that, you can chime in with.
Okay, so Sammy says you try. These are actually real concerns, because I've heard of people who are not interested in having kids for one or so many reasons. Some of them, they don't have any reason. They just want to have quality time for themselves. They feel that having kids is a lot of work and burden. And others too, for health reasons. So if you are marrying somebody who cannot conceive or has health issues that will not allow them to have babies, what are you going to do in that situation? Because you are set on having 4, and you find out that this person cannot have babies for you.
Yeah, I guess Sammy will think about it and come for part 2 of that. So, Chrissy, if you have any other question, you can go ahead.
All right, and so Sammy, your expectations in finding, I don't know if you are seeing someone or you are single, but what would be your what you look out for externally in someone? Does the physical look matter to you? Color, height, the structure of the person. Is it
the size 6, size 20, size 250?
Is it critical to you? Or if anything goes?
Yeah, anything goes.
Are you sure?
Oh, really?
Because, so far as that person makes me happy, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, my happiness is really important to me. So far as that person makes me happy, then I won't.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question, right? Let's say there is this lady who has all the attributes you're asking for, right? But when you see the lady like physically, outwardly, you are not attracted to her, but she makes you happy. Like she's all funny, all jovial, really into you and all. Will that no matter? Like
No.
oh, it wouldn't matter. Okay.
What is informing that decision?
Yeah, exactly. That's interesting.
Actually, as I'm saying, my happiness is because some
It is paramount.
yes, but some people relationship with nowadays on social media and stuff. You see nice ladies and they are doing all sorts of things online and stuff. So if that person is God fearing and kind and loving and everything, like, and doesn't have the beauty and everything, I'm okay.
Okay. So I have a follow-up question for you. Let's say there are two people.
Okay.
Okay, two people. One of them is beautiful outwardly. Everyone can appreciate that.
Okay.
The other one is not so much endowed in that regard, right? And they all have your qualities that you're looking out for. Which of them are you going Which of them will you go for? Yeah, it looks like this first episode of my expectation is too much for Sammy to handle.
Wow.
Yeah, we can wait for you to finish laughing, but you answer the question.
Obviously, I'll take the pretty one. So.
Oh, okay. You take the one that everyone thinks is beautiful.
Yeah.
Why?
Then I think hidden somewhere that is also a requirement for
Yeah.
you. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe secondly.
That's fine. So courage says that shows how we must know what we want and be sure we are ready for what we want to get into. I absolutely agree with you, Courage. And then Courage says that, hey, you don't want you must see the beauty of any kind of share. Yeah, so really, it brings to before the fact that there might be that subtle wish there to have someone who appeals to you. Because the truth is that, personally, I wouldn't want to wake up the night after my wedding, and when I see my wife, I'll shout blood of Jesus. I mean, you would want to have someone who is comely, who someone who you get what I mean. So Sammy, maybe after the program you can think through it. Yeah. Okay. So good question, Noah. So Noah is asking, I joined late, but why is Sammy interested in marriage? People marry for many reasons. Sammy, why are you interested in marriage? Very good question, Noah. Oh man, I'm already loving this my expectation episode. It's big. Sammy, why are you interested in marriage? Wow.
Why do you want to marry?
Wow. This is yeah. This is really good. Because you should have reasons, right?
Yeah.
Before you get locked up with someone's child.
Okay, so can I say that now I'm not that ready? So when I'm ready, I'll probably by then I'll have a reason for getting married. Yeah.
Okay, quick one. Today, if you had someone with all the 4 qualities you mentioned initially come to you and say that, hey, Sammy, I think you don't easily come out to tell people that you are interested in them. Sammy, I'm interested in you. I would really want to be in a relationship with you, and I'm really considering getting married with you. What are you going to tell the person? Yeah, I know.
Okay, can I say that it's like you are asking someone, why do you love me?
No, so the person is interested in getting married to you. Because you've not yet answered Noah's question, it presupposes that you don't know why you want to get married. Would you say yes to that person who is now interested in getting married to you? Oh, okay. So Karen says that, Sammy, you are looking up like me looking up for answers for my thermodynamic questions. So the game is right before you. So Paul says that no need to think, Sammy. Simple questions to answer. Sammy is so Sammy, if you don't want to think too far, why do you want to get married? The answer might not be a polished answer. It might be just how you feel. I mean,
in life, you one day need emotionally support from someone. So
okay. So you think you need companionship, you need emotional support from someone. So that's why you want to get married, and that's a valid reason. That's a valid reason. Okay, so now that you've answered Noah's question, do you think you want to get married?
Yes, but
No.
as I said, like I'm not that ready now. So
Yeah, it's one thing being ready, and it's one thing being in the plans, like something that you would want to do, you see yourself doing. Yeah.
I want to ask Sammy one question. What will make you feel that you are ready for marriage? Like, what do you think you need to have to get ready for marriage or whatever? We'll say that, okay, today I think I am ready. So,
Wow. We might as well change my expectations to cross-examination. Oh wow! So at least let me save Sammy here. Sammy, at least you have a feel, and viewers, as we've mentioned in previous times, when we interview people, they are not ready to the questions we're going to ask them. They just come here and we ask them the questions. And Sammy has been in the back end helping us to do this all the while, and today Sammy is on the hot seat. I'm really enjoying it. Karen says that, when do you think you'll be ready, and what would you see in yourself? Yeah, I know. Sammy, I guess after the program, and this is a really good learning curve for all of us out there. I mean, these are real questions we need to ask ourselves. Noah is saying that marriage is a process and not just a day's activity. You need to be processing the activity. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sad to tell you that it's already time. I'm very sure Sammy will be so elated that it's time for us to draw the curtain on today's episode. We'll come your way pretty shortly with another episode of My Expectations. And what we're going to do is to have young people come tell us what they think, what their expectations are, what they see in their mind's eye and all. And through that, we can better help the next generation to be ready for the institution of marriage. Thanks so much for staying with us. It's been a good one. And thank you, Sammy, for joining us. We'll have you here again on the hot seat. So, till the next time we come your way, always remember that no two relationships are the same. Thank you, cheers, and bye for now.
Bye.